I know a lot of you feel cynical about the Epstein thing actually making a difference over on the right, like really causing them to break apart. But I'm here to tell you, as someone that grew up in cults and knows that world very well, and knows cults and profiles people just like Trump, this is a gift. It's astounding that we are being given this, especially only 6 months in. It's only going to get worse. And not even just about Epstein, but about everything for Trump. He's going to continue to lose and lose and lose and lose people. And part of why this is happening with Epstein specifically is because he broke a promise with them that was like a sacred promise. Because when you're a cult leader, you throw out things that are these sacred missions. Make America great again, make us safe again, and protect the children. We're going to hold these people to account, these monsters, right? It's all about the babies, kind of like the pro-life thing, but it's about protecting them from schmedophiles. And then he just shrugged it off, and then, oh yeah, that's not a thing. Especially a couple weeks after Elon called him out on it. It's too many coincidences too soon. So there's a huge fracture in there, but why it matters that it's Epstein is because, again, it was so egregious. It allows them to talk about it. Lots of other things they're not going to come out and talk to you about because they'll get blowback, like it's not that big deal. Like, well, I don't like that he's helping Ukraine now. Well, yeah, but blah, blah. It's just not a big enough thing. But anyone that's going to fight you about Epstein will be looked at as strange. People that went to January 6th are on here pissed off about Epstein. It allows families to have conversations about it. It allows people at church to have conversations about this. You're always going to get the ones that go, trust the process, it's 50D chess. You're always going to get them. They're the ones that will take themselves out with Trump. But then there's the middle ground. They're wobbly, but still willing to trust because they despise us so much because they think we're evil, like stranger danger. That's how they see us. And their brains cannot even consider anything that we say. And when we attack them, we reinforce it. Then you have the outside group that are posting on here. They're all over Twitter. They're all over Truth Social. They're all over Reddit. They're everywhere, and they're furious, and they want accountability. And they can give voice to this because of what it is. And when people leave cults, they almost always do it silently. And this allows them to not do that. And when you deal with people in cults, you want to give them an off-ramp. You want to give them an out. And I've asked people to say, hey, you were lied to. We want to give them an off-ramp. That doesn't have anything to do with accountability. In the art of war, there's something called the Golden Bridge. And that means you give them a place to move so that if they're in a stuck position and no one can move anywhere, you give them the out to move to the next position so then you can have a different dialogue. You can maneuver differently. People just look at us like, well, it's not fair. Grow up. Life isn't fair. No one asked to be born into a cult. No one asked to be brought into cults. No one woke up one day and said, I'm going to join a cult. No one. That has never happened. And unless you were born with a remote control that can tell your brain what to think, who to be around, what patterns to have in your life, what choices to make, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, no. Everyone would be perfectly fit, perfectly the weight they're supposed to be. They'd only eat what they're supposed to do. They'd only be around healthy people. They'd do everything they're supposed to do on time. Like, wake up. The brain just does what it does. And that's what happened to these people. They were raised up in that thinking. And now they have an off-ramp. They're not okay with schmedophiles. And they can openly say that. And then we can start to have the conversations. Well, if he lied about that, what else did he lie about? They can scrutinize. You can't do that in cults because your brain doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the cult. So we can ask them to, but their brain isn't allowed to. It doesn't have its own choices. It doesn't develop it. It doesn't have the self-worth to have a choice to think for itself. And these people are being gifted this through Epstein and Trump's bad decisions. So it's a big damn deal. So no, they're not all going to just go running back. There's tons of them already said they're voting blue. They're out canvassing. They're donating. They get it. And some of them aren't there yet. They're going to keep going. And some are never going to get it. And some are going to get it in 5 years. Who cares? We're going to focus on the ones that are getting it. And guess what? A lot of them probably know people that are in ICE or that were there January 6th. They can become allies if we treat them as such. We have such a huge opportunity here. Anyway, I'm going to put a bunch of the videos that I have found on here, so it's not just me talking, you can actually see. And not only that, podcasters, Joe Rogan, I don't care if you don't like them talking to the red-pilled people is a big deal because people can start to pull away and not get attacked. They can start to think for themselves. They feel like they're allowed to. It's a big deal.
I've been asked before, what would it take for you to not support Donald Trump anymore? I always said, well, it'd take a lot. I've literally made thousands of videos on this app supporting you, sir. Thousands. So if you're deciding that Epstein is the bridge that you're going to burn, I got the match, sir. Let's do it.
I will not be supporting him anymore. He's part of the deep state. He's committing genocide as we speak in Israel. And we all need to start waking up.
I'm a Trump supporter. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If this is the verdict, there's no Epstein client list, then all of us that have installed Bongino and Kash Patel, the whole Trump administration, period, all they talked about was transparency. If we don't get accountability for the thousands of victims that were abused, who knows what type of crimes we're talking, then I'm jumping ship. And all of you should as well.
So I voted for Trump this time and last time, actually, and for the same reason most people did, I think, because of kind of a lot of the videos I've made today, all the corruption in the world around us, and specifically the corruption conspiracies that have gone back to the JFK assassination. I'm here to say, and it's coming through really strongly, that while I am a huge supporter of the Trump agenda and Trump himself, that make no mistake, that love that people have for him and the people who surround him right now will fade very quickly and turn into a certain type of reckoning you could never have imagined if you do not do what you said you were going to do. Trust me, there'll be hell to pay. People won't support you forever, especially if you continue to dance around the Epstein files, play games with people. That's what they're tired of. It doesn't matter what your last name is. That.
I didn't use critical thinking skills, okay? I didn't read Project 2025. I have a disabled child. I'm a single mom of 3. I believed what he said in his campaigns, and I fucked up, and I'm sorry, okay? People that voted for Trump and that are hiding and that they don't agree, like me, like I was until I'm making this video right now.
DM me and be like, you see what your boy's doing? You voted for this. I'm like, I voted for none of this. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for. Yeah. I want him to stop the wars. He's funding them. I want him to shrink spending, reduce the budget. He's increasing it. It's like everything that he said he's going to do, except sending immigrants back. And now he's even flip-flopped on that, which I kind of like. But he's like, oh, well, we kind of need the people working in restaurants, and we need our farmers. It's like everything that he said that he was going to do that he campaigned
Well, he said
really
to
hard
us,
on.
which was important, and I thought it was good. He pressed him on it. Well, you got to start with the criminals in terms of deporting. I don't even know if the criminals are getting sent back. I know there's a lot of people with green cards getting sent back. There's people who aren't criminals getting sent back. I don't know if you're sending back the criminals first. You're definitely not doing it first. I don't know if you're sending them back at all.
I just want to say to every American that's having trouble with this, I am sorry I voted for him. I regret it with all my heart. I feel like I've enabled this monster to destroy democracy, destroy everything that is good in this country.
We've got a very crazy man driving the train, and he's going to kill this country.
And Anthony, are you voting a straight up and down Democratic ticket?
Not only there, I am actually for the very first time contributing across the board, across the country. And I've never, ever written a check or spent any money on anything political because I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
You're a lifelong Republican.
Right.
If somebody had told you, say 15 years ago, that you are preparing to vote a straight up and down Democratic ticket in the midterms, you would have said what to them?
Oh, it's crazy.